this was a build-around submission for Mechtitan Core, which is probably a meme, but let's find out if it's a meme together. 2 mana, 2/4, crew 2. You could pay 5 to exile it and 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles you control to make a 10/10 flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, haste token that then gets fading, hoped, or destroyed target creature. Does this thing really not have indestructible? We couldn't afford indestructible, chat. We couldn't afford indestructible. So we've got just, you know, kind of all the playable artifact creatures, and then we've got a bunch of vehicles. I think this card specifically seems really, really reasonable. It deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control, so it's like a removal spell on ETB. So this when they kill the token, it does at least bring back, it doesn't bring back itself, but it brings back everything else that it exiled. Yeah, some amount of ward would have been nice on here. Like ward somewhere between like 2 to 3, I think would have been nice. All right, let's play some games and see if this is meme or dream, chat. Yeah, it's kind of like Flame Tongue Mech, right? Flame Tongue Mech is a good comparison. I don't need black mana, but I also don't have any black cards in this hand, so I think this is fine to keep. I don't know if this is playable. I've got 2 of these in here. It seems like a cute way to generate some card advantage, potentially. Return a creature or vehicle with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Yikes. Yikes. That's very scary. I have 2 cars in my hand. I think we take the Hotshot Mechanic. Reckoner Bankbuster cheap seems good. That's definitely true that there's enough exile in this format that I'm not. I agree with that assessment. It is at least multicolored. That is big true. I need a blocker for this, right? So I think this is Bankbuster into Hotshot Mechanic pass. Remember, this can crew as though its power were 2 greater. So this can crew up our Bankbuster here. It is an artifact itself, which is nice. This Blood Vial Purveyor is gonna get us chunked, chip. Okay. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. There's twice the number of vehicles we control. Is the Mechtitan token not legendary? No, yeah, it's legendary. Okay. I thought it was legendary. I looked at Chariot and I skipped over it for a reason. It's for the Follow Rocco. I think this card is genuinely good. I wanna poke at this card in Historic a little bit too. And we're dead. Sedge. Alright. Time to board in a bunch of removal spells, chat. There's a good chance not having full 4 Vanishing Verses on our board is wrong. Well, I guess Wandering Emperor kind of serves a similar role. Yeah, I'm interested to see where Bankbuster shakes out. It definitely has big, this could go in anything vibes, right? This card is two card types for Delirium in Historic, and it would be good with, it's good with Dragon Rage Chandler, because you reconfigure it onto Chandler, and then it's a 7/7 Flying Menace. And it's also decent with, it's also decent with, what's it called? Young Pyromancer, if you play it in that shell. Bankbuster could be the best card set. Maybe. I think across all formats, this card might actually end up being the most played card in the set. This card's very good. Formats. Maybe, and I don't think this card's gonna see much play in Historic. Oh yeah, it works good with it works good with Dreadhorde Arcanist too, doesn't it? Yeah, we're totally gonna have to try this in a red-black shell. What am I cutting, chat? Is it just Lion Sash? I'm gonna trim Lion Sash. I don't have a Graveyard Element. Lion Sash is better than Scavenging Ooze. Spoken like someone who hasn't won enough games because Scavenging Ooze gained them a significant amount of life. Lion Sash is different than Scavenging Ooze. It's better in some spots. It's nowhere near better in all spots. Lion Sash is much better than Scavenging Ooze in a mono white deck. Big true. Big true. We're on 25 lands in my deck that mostly curves out to 2, which I think is fine, but feels bad to miss here for sure. Maybe with the 4 lands that discard to deal 4 to attacking creature, you can afford to play 26. I don't think the treasure land is good. Morning, Voro. We're just getting started. Match 1, game 2. Okay, we're 2 others away from popping this off. We draw another land next turn, the Surgehacker Mech. It's in a pretty good spot. Alright, we're dead. I guess we could draw a card, and we'll concede we missed land again. Okay. Good job. Ever interesting and mentally stimulating games of Magic the Gathering. I mean, for what it's worth, Lucas, I think our deck probably has a relatively cohesive game plan outside of doing the Mechtitan thing, which is how you try and make these things somewhat competitive. Like, that match wasn't really about what our deck is capable or not capable of doing, so much as we just didn't really play a game. I'm gonna throw a 26 land in. We have 8 utility lands. I think I want to just cast my spells. Especially with this type of effects. Oh, you know what? The what's it called is free, right? The black one returns something to our hand. Both our cards or creature graveyard. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna add an abandoned Mire in. Let's do that. That was an oversight on my part. A lot of the time you're going to want to be playing. If you have room for basics, you want to be playing at least one of each of the legendaries in your colors, I think. I've really liked the Emperor so far. It seems very reasonable. It's actually, the Emperor is one of the cards that I am excited to give a try to in, yes, this is fine, in Historic. We're gonna do 2 Alchemy decks again today, but I think next week we're gonna be doing 1 Alchemy and 1 Historic deck per day. There's a few things I want to try in that format. So, with more Lion Sashes in hand, given the option, I'm gonna block aggressively here. Better luck in the rest of your matches, F3. I think their Rakdos midrange deck is really good. Kaido is the blue-black planeswalker, right? I don't know if that one has historic potential, but it definitely feels like it has alchemy potential. Take their Thalia here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Mechtitan Core before they can play another Thalia. This card is so powerful. Feels like we're in can't win territory. See, like here, chat. Really wish this was a scavenging ooze. You know, assuming we could cast it, still wish it was a scavenging ooze. Mechtitan cannot eat Portable Hole. We're playing Portable Hole as a removal spell because, what's it called is capable of finding it. The 2-drop that we're playing. Yeah, we're just in at this point. Definitely glad I slid the 4th Vanishing Verse into my sideboard. Wandering Emperor sounds lovely too. Portable Hole doesn't kill a lot that I care about. Probably not great. Doesn't seem like they're going to be killing a lot of my stuff. We'll trim a couple of Lion Sashes. We got you, Bad Sai. To be fair, there's a lot of words on Mechtitan Core. It's pretty easy to skim through them. Many of the new cards are very wordy. Yeah, we don't quite have anything on Yu-Gi-Oh! Just yet, but I saw a post online that detailed that Neo Kamigawa has the most average words per card of any Magic set ever created. We want the Surgehacker. It's like a removal spell in the bank. It's no Ice Cauldron, but it's close, yep. Bro, thank you for the 2 entire years. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. They're taking away my cars, chat. It's rude they exiled it. We spike untapped land here. We're in a very good spot. How about another 4-drop, chat? How does that compare to drawing a 4th land? It's basically the same. I could be wrong, though. God bless. Wait, I mean, they're also bricking. I think Fighters class has a chance in Standard. I think I don't intend to play Standard the Gathering anytime soon, so I'm going to refrain from having opinions on it. The internet would be a better place, chat. The world would be a better place if people more frequently said, I don't really know anything about that, so I'm going to refrain from having opinion on it. I like the new Tezzeret as gas. It seems really sweet. They are also mana screwed, so we got that going for us. Nice. They attacked Tumos because they needed a land. And attacking with an equipped creature drew them a card. Yeah, I just don't have a strong desire to play against unnerfed Ezekiel's Chariot and unnerfed Goldspan Dragon. Like, I believe the folks that are telling me Standard's better after their adjustments, but there's still a lot of cards in that format that have since been balanced in Alchemy, and they were balanced in Alchemy for a reason. But Alchemy has its own problems, though. Weird. I missed the part where the words "alchemy is perfect" fell out of my mouth. You don't seem like a big Standard player. When Magic's rotating formats are good, they're actually the best formats Magic has to offer. Magic just hasn't had very good rotating formats for the last long while is the problem. So, we play a lot of Historic on this channel because Historic has more good than bad in it. We have not consistently had good Standard formats in a very, very long time. Get the Bankbuster down so it's a 4/4. We can play the Hotshot Mechanic or crew it up. Do I want to trade Fireblade for Bankbuster? Probably not. Three's a lot of damage to take, though. It's close. I think the Surgehacker Mech means I want to keep my extra vehicle in play here if I can. Were we on the draw this game? We were, right? We're in a position to race here, huh? I'm putting a stop on, we are playing cars. I'm putting a stop on my upkeep here. Oh, I did miss a point of damage. I could have crewed this here and then attacked with this. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Originally, I wasn't gonna attack with this, but then I changed my mind. I appreciate the shout. Thanks for the 45-month sanity. I put a stop on my upkeep here so we can play Emperor in response to the Town Razor trigger next turn. And then sack the land. And these two will get to drive the cars. For fuck's sake.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Oh, I actually don't want to exile this pre-combat. Because then they can block. Because this'll be a creature when it falls off. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was supposed to put a counter on my Bankbuster to keep it alive. It would leave them this and I'd still be at 8. And maybe I'm supposed to put a counter on there. I don't know. There's value in getting my life total higher here, I think. Just for the follow parachute. It's close though. Hopefully it doesn't matter and they're dead. You know, I don't know. We're going to keep playing, obviously, because it's a build-around submission. I don't know if the Mechtitan part of this deck is good, but the vehicles part of this deck seems like it's probably very reasonable. The purple text means your card has been perpetually modified. Some type of card, in that case, Brittle Blast, had changed what our cards do. We have yet to make a Mechtitan Core. Our 26 land deck has been struggling to play 4 lands in 4 turns. Hey chat, would you believe... Would you believe that the person that we removed from chat earlier, in addition to doing an unban request, also decided to verbally harass me inside of DMs? I don't know quite what's wrong with this person, but I hope whatever is wrong with this person, they get the mental help that they need. They were not a sub. We're gonna report them. I mean, to be fair, their unban request wasn't them attempting to get unbanned. It was just them letting us know that they were a good person to remove from the community. Just a Drake, thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Is this it, chat? Is this the game we finally assemble the core? Maybe we're supposed to draw a card with this rather than play the second core. I believe in us, chat. This is legendary, so I didn't play it because we already have one in play. I feel like the Kamigawa board doesn't come up terribly often. It's a little sad. This needs 4 others. I'm just gonna draw another card here. All right, Lion Sash, drive the car. Oh, this does have menace. I forgot it was a Spider-Man situation. What do the Power Rangers say when they connect all the Zords together, chat? It's not morphin time. No animation. Chat, I mean, it's not like we did something big and impressive that's difficult to do. To the Yone.
Stand by as innocent people are slaughtered at the least.
I mean, if we're being honest here, chat, that went better than I was expecting it to. Reassemble! Everybody back in the car! I'll do it again, I swear! Alright, chat. Undefeated in matches where we put Mechtitan into play. Hey, what's going on, Dakio? Thanks for the 17 months. Yeah, it's been a while since we've poked at Overwatch. I've been doing Pokemon Unite as my multiplayer competitive game of choice lately. It's a lot of fun. I don't know what exactly they're doing. I think it's Wandering Emperor matchup. I'm gonna trim the portable holes. Get in, loser. We're going Morphin. Do I want Vanishing Verse? I can't tell. I guess it gets rid of Wedding Announcement and the Eiganjo. I might just put in Emperors over this and click Submit for now and wait to see if I want more interaction or not. I'm not sure that I do. No, Pokemon Unite's the first MOBA I ever really got into. Scoundrel, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. I'd watched others at varying points from esports spectator perspective type stuff, but they always had enough going on in them that I didn't really feel like I wanted to get involved. Unite's pretty easy to get into in comparison. I've actually been kind of whelmed by Lion Sash so far in Alchemy. Yeah, in League, the average match is like 25 to 30 minutes, and they can go over an hour if they're long. Is my understanding of it. Screw it up. Drive the car. Mono white ramp, chat. What a world we live in. What a world. Ishkana. Okay. Lion is kind of good against this. Yeah, Blade of Oni is definitely good, chat. Card sweet. I mean, even a 30-minute game is like 3 times as long as Unite, though, right? It's a pretty big differential. Vanishing Verse is kind of medium against what our deck has going on. Yeah, I guess we'll just let that go. Okay. We're cooking with gas. I'll go ahead and exile their Ishkana here while they're tapped out. Make this bigger. Have them 1 less card for this. Yeah, we're definitely not here to not do the thing. Like, I would like one of your finest 10-10s, please. Our deck seems a lot better when we draw enough lands to cast our spells. Can someone write that down? I know there's usually people taking notes at home to improve their game. I heard cut spells for cards that don't impact the board. Excellent. Working as intended. Alright, Ultron assemble. Yesterday you complained about having not enough lands, now you have too many, which is it? He's just never happy, chat. You have gotten my highest mana value creature off the board. Your move, Yugi boy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, the opponent's block wasn't great there. They should definitely just take 10 and then untap and draft with Ishkana again. Like, playing the Soul Shatter is fine, right? Like, the Soul Shatter's never gonna get my 10/10. They might as well just cast it and kill one of my things. But they definitely shouldn't have blocked. They would have had a chance to kill my thing next turn. So we've got one match win on the back of being black-white vehicles. We've got a second match win on the back of making 10/10 so far. So good spread of things we have going on. The tightening will continue until morale improves. Yeah, exactly. The early games of not drawing lands was Watsy trying to hide the fact we didn't get a Mechtitan animation. What's going on, Betty? Welcome to chat. Oh, click the trees. I've been told I should click the trees. Is it all an illusion, chat? Is the Matrix coming down around us? I think this card is actually great too. This one's been really impressive. Yes! Transistor is a good shout. Opponent missed with their Ingenious Smith. Yikes. Been there feels rough, man. The fact that I have two Eiganjo here, slightly awkward. No, I talked about this yesterday. I think this new board from Wizards is them testing the waters in their design department of having split game boards. I would not bet if I would bet that this is the first of them working towards selling individual game boards for players. Mobilizer mech becomes crewed up to one target vehicle you control. An artifact creature until end of turn. Whoa! That seems like a good reason to splash blue. That's cool. Yeah, so you crew this and then it crews something else. That's super strong. This is Flame Tongue Carvu. That is definitely what this car's name is now. Flame Tongue Carvu. That's fantastic. Am I gonna watch the superb owl this weekend? I'm not really big on bird watching. I'm glad other people enjoy nature though. That actually sounds great. We offer to trade Surgehackers here since we have a Okiba boss on top. Yeah, so they can crew this, which then wakes up their... So this crews this, which wakes this up, and then they double block? I think I want to just trade mechs. That's for the follow Alex. Would I rather play Lion Sash or Mechtitan this turn? I'm not attacking with Mechtitan. So it does both. So this puts the vehicle into play, and then at end of turn it returns it to your hand. Which is actually incredible with Flame Tongue Carvu. Yeah, I'm only playing 2 bosses in here, and that might be wrong. I'm playing a couple of recovery units, and it might be right to just cut the recovery units for boss. This has the upside of being in a vehicle itself, but this effect's pretty powerful. Wandering Emperor sound good. Portable Hull's probably good here. It takes their mechanics and their mobilizer mech and their smith. Vanishing Verse notably seems kind of mediocre. They probably have Okiba bosses of their own, so Lion Sash seems good. I'm gonna trim our recovery units. Maybe Emperor's not good enough. It's kind of on the expensive side. Yeah, I'm just gonna lean on Carvu and Portable Hull for interaction here. If my opponent has counter spells in for this second game, I'm going to bring Duress in for game 3. But if it feels like they're probably just more of a mid-range deck, which means their hand's going to get empty, and you don't really want to draw Duress in a top deck war. You want to draw cards that play to the board. We have a Greasefang Parahelion historic deck in the deck queue. We're going to get to it next week. Play Neo gets you 3 free packs. The channel lands are very good, chat. They're going to be good in most Magic formats. That includes this one. Huh. That's neat. I'm not really playing any standard scoundrels, so I don't really have opinions on power levels of things there. And in general, anybody that's giving you opinions of power levels of things already is probably someone trying to sell you something. Hopefully we draw something that can crew this turn, and then we can kill Tezzeret. Nice. Opponent even attacked with this, so I don't have to portable hole it, which is nice. I think they definitely should have left this back, so I didn't have a free kill on their Planeswalker here. Because most of our stuff crews this. Yeah, the Alchemy cards that accompany Neo will use Neo keywords and stuff, Titan. So we should get some more ninjutsu cards and more vehicle designs, I imagine. Okay, there's a Carvu. I'm just gonna hop in the Mechtitans. Am I? Am I gonna hop in the Mechtitans? Yeah, this could be an Emperor turn. I think if they Emperor and exile a Mechtitan, that's fine. It could also just be another one of these channel cards, which is why I don't want to attack with my 3/1. It could also just have nothing, so I think we're supposed to pressure them.
Run away. You're done.
I'd be surprised if they use Alchemy drops for straight reprints. This only crews for 2 more, right? Yeah. That lets it crew Surgehacker. Untapped land. So if that had been an untapped land, I could have portable hold their token and then Surge Mech their Surge Mech and killed their Emperor. We would have just had like a perfect flow of dominoes to kill their whole board. Now we'll just do this, I guess.
I'm never done for good.
I don't know that I think Bankbuster goes in every deck, but I think any deck that can have some amount of synergy with it probably wants it. Crew 3 is not trivial, I think is my TLDR on that. Crew 3 is a lot. Ooh, Skyclave Shade is a good piece of technology from the opponent's archetype. I like that idea. Yeah, it's like a Maze Mind Tome that doesn't gain you life at the end, right? And it can't scry. You have to put mana into it. It's definitely not a strictly better type situation. We have asserted our dominance as the superior vehicles deck, chat. His deck is a hot rod. It's something. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Talking about this deck in historic alchemy versus standard. One thing that's noteworthy for this deck in alchemy versus standard is that Divine Purge doesn't exist in standard, and Divine Purge definitely ruins our day here in alchemy. The reality chip builder on the queue there is not. I don't know. Being a contender against gold, our deck is kind of a mid-rangey aggressive deck. And the flip side of standard is you got to ask yourself, is what this deck is doing going to be able to compete with Azeka's Chariot and Goldspan Dragon? Which I'd kind of be surprised if the answer to that question is yes. Yes, the alchemy cards that come with the set rotate when the set rotates. It's accurate. Morning, Alex. Thanks for the follow and welcome to the channel. I like the reconfigure cards a lot. I hope they end up changing Divine Purge from a quality of play patterns perspective at some point. Yeah, I think just dropping the artifact line is probably a good start at a minimum. Submissions for arena decks are 50 USD, Duck Doolittle, or 5k bits. I think there's probably an alchemy deck for that. I think I want to take that there. I am not keeping up with Runeterra spoilers, but I will be streaming their early access on Tuesday. So we'll have Runeterra on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week when their new set releases. For sure. Oh man, shit, we're gonna get Mizzix Mastery next turn. Oh, I wonder if we're supposed to have some Valorous stance in our 75. Carvu's the only thing we have that can kill this right now. I think the incredible amount of both sweepers and exile removal in modern Magic design has made it incredibly difficult to play decks that care about attacking and blocking. Reality must be chipped. Thank you, Duck. That's very generous of you. Happy to get that added. I'm gonna concede when they Mizzix Mastery is here, because we're just not gonna keep up with that. Or Magma Opus, whatever it's called. I think I said Mizzix Mastery, I mean Magma Opus. New badge, nailed it. Getting close to crown territory there, Duck. Oh, I do have some Rays of Enfeeblement in the sideboard. You're right. Yeah, that's a good shout. We slid 2 of those in here. Okay. So we do have some extra ways to kill this postboard. That's nice. Is there a 6.5 year badge? There is. Yeah, we have badges through 7.5 years, I believe. If I recall correctly. The 6.5 year is just the 6 year in silver. The half year badges just change the color. Thanks for the 3.5 years, Hangman. Welcome back. No, Overload does not target. Are we dead, fam? I think we're dead. I think this is a start drawing with Bankbuster angle because we need to find Voltron to win the game. Could be wrong, though. They might kill us before we get to do that. Yeah, that's accurate for rules text, Dabu. Replace all instances of target with each. It technically doesn't target. It's for the follow straight. Orange a hit. Morning, honey. How many friends are attacking my face? No friends are attacking my face. That's so good for us, chat. It's a Flame Tongue Garvu angle here. We can draw with one of the Bankbusters. This also lets us play defense nicely. For that Magma Opus before their thing dies. I think I'm just chilling. We might actually be okay if I could find a Mechtitan. Because remember, Divide by 0 can't hit tokens. Which is nice. We miss on the Mechtitan our next 2 draws, then it might be time to just hop in the cars and try and run them over. They also have enough mana at this point they can just Magma Opus for 8 mana. Oh, I just noticed our opponent's ranked 10 on the ladder. Hopefully there's some iteration of this just deck that's reasonable. We played a deck like this yesterday, chat. If you're interested in this card makes Magma Opus cost 2. Which is gas. Oh, I was very confused there for a second. I was like, wait, why would you play this and then make... It's like, why would you play this and then kill the board? I don't understand. Alright, shit. I think I'm in for more bank busting. For what it's worth, I don't think pairing diamond players into mythic players is a bad thing, because if you want to be mythic, you should be able to play and win matches with people who are mythic. I think pairing mythics down into people below diamond probably shouldn't happen as often as it does, but I think like this pairing is fine. Oh no. Oh no. I need a flame tongue, Carvu, chat. Yeah, I also think the more up pairs and down pairs you're experiencing, this is also a symptom of the fact that Magic Arena has been adding a lot more queues to play in. There are 6 different ranked constructed queues in Magic Arena right now. There are 3 formats in best of 1 and best of 3 for all of those formats. There is a reason basically every other card game that exists that's digital has like 1 ladder format, and that is it. Yeah, and then there's sealed, draft, brawl. There's also unranked modes for those, and there's events for those modes too, right? Like, are there like 1,000 gold constructed events and stuff like that as well? There are a lot of things that Arena does poorly, but when it comes to ways to play the game, Arena still gives you more ways to play the game than any other card game that exists, and it's not particularly close. Opponent trying to figure out what to do with their graveyard because my Lion's about to eat it next turn. Magic the Gathering Online isn't in the same category of games as Magic Arena, Legends of Runeterra, Hearthstone, etc. You can feel my opponent's brain, like, melting down with all of the options that they have. They have a lot of choices here. I assume the correct one is just like bouncing something here. We know they're not disconnected because they're like vigorously mousing over things trying to count and decide what to do. Oh. Oh. Yikes. Now I really don't understand why they were taking so long if they had the card that railed us. I guess they had to figure out they needed to kill their devils. Well, no, they needed to target my Lion with an extra one, so that way I couldn't grow it in response to keep it alive. This is on black, unfortunately, right? Yikes. They're normally quite methodical. You mean they play slowly? They're probably dead here. There's a good chance they just have second Magma Opus, right? And they have a lot of tokens at this point, too. I think I missed some opportunities to eat spells out of their graveyard with Lion Sash as well this game, though. I could have been more aggressive about that if Lear had been on my radar. I'm gonna concede to second Opus. That's what they've got. We'll go to the post-board game. This is another reason to have Valorous Stance in my 75. We're gonna bring in the copies of Ray of Enfeeblement to deal with this, but this would be another reason to have the other thing. I feel like they're pretty unlikely to attack with this, their stuff, so I don't think this is worth bringing in. All right, so portable holes are easy cuts. What else do I want to get rid of here? Did we go to 5 that game? I don't remember. It was a long game. Need to cut 3 more cards here. I can't really just like click on a YouTube video while I'm streaming, Time Lord. So if you want to describe or tell me what it is, I can tell you if I've heard about it. Yeah, Blade is what I'm leaning towards. It could also be some Smith because I am trimming artifacts. I'm down to 26. I'm gonna trim 2 Smiths and a Blade. I think I like the split because I'm going down in artifacts otherwise. Morning, Soulbound. I think I want this to be white, so I'm gonna play this tapped on one. Take their divide by 0. Start. Let the mind rots begin. Now rot your brain, shit. I've been watching too much television. Video games and TV, they rot the brain. So, like, we're being annoying right now, but we're also, like, not really pressuring them, so they're gonna have time to get out of this for sure. Could maybe be right to lead on a vehicle to get started here. I think lying to your consumers is not a great look. But I also think so long as no one bought the deck to start expecting a card to be there that wasn't going to be there, it's probably not a big deal. Like if they updated the card list, it's not like they sold people something that said it was something else. It's probably fine. We're gonna get buried at this point, aren't we? Just gonna like spun our tires with disruption for a little bit and have no pressure now. Much discard. Yeah, they get Galvanic Iteration Expressive Windfall here. We're just gonna get buried at that point. Let's have nothing going on. Our deck has been neat, interesting, fun into other creature decks. It did not feel particularly competitive into that control deck. Hey, Just a Victim, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. Eric Tron, thanks for the 19. Some mulligan decisions are tough, others not so much. Lizard Blades. Come on, chat. Come on. The old miss your hit, bottom 4 lands, draw a land is the 5th card as well. We don't ever need second black outside of this reconfigure, and I don't think I really need to do that here. And the extra white for Lion Sash has value. We are 1 point short of lethal at the moment, so any artifact to pump up the Smith will get us there. It's been reasonable, Wargy. We played a lot of good games of Magic with this deck. We've gotten to Mechtitan Core people a few times. We've had plenty of wins just as a purely fair deck. All right, any artifact. Well, I mean, as far as like non-lethal draws go here, this one that helps us not die next turn is pretty good. That's true too. Our gang leader to crew this would have also allowed us to have lethal this turn. If we hadn't drawn this, they technically have lethal with this land. Seat of the Empire is really strong. Definitely want some of those. There's probably a Vanishing Verse. Yeah, I'm not taking Reanimator as a deck for Historic. Well, I guess if you wanted to donate for Reanimator in Historic, I would play Reanimator in a Historic best of one. I think it's fine there. I will not play Reanimator in Historic best of 3. I do not think it is fine in best of 3. It depends on the curve of your deck, Crowley. So this deck curves out pretty low. So I'm trying out 4 of the white one because we really don't need to play lands past like 4 to 5 a lot of the time. I think there's a good chance most decks won't want more than 1 to 2 of them. Yeah, Rhino has been talking about this deck that they're currently playing in the subs Discord. Jeskai Artifacts is something they've been working on. I think the Dragons deck is good in general, but it's medium into the Meat Hook decks. But there also haven't been a ton of Meat Hook decks on the ladder, so it's probably a decent choice at the moment. Good golly. Ever lucky. Can someone actually run the math for me? What are the odds we hit on 24 artifacts with Smith? All right, we might be a little on the low side. Zero or 100. All right, do the math. We're 88% to hit with 24 hits. That's good. I think that's good enough. Your opponent knows how to do it. They sure do. think I'm gonna offer this trade. Yeah, so the odds on bricking on, you know, 2 or 3 in a row is like astronomically low. And we're only at 24 post board because I boarded in a bunch of Vanishing Verses in this matchup. Excuse me? Excuse me? Just hang out on defense here. Oh, we're actually dead in the air next turn, right? Sedge. Smith said found portable holes in 8 looks. Zero portable holes in. You know, the top third of our deck is a little brutal. Keepable 7? What is this wizardry shit? Alright, little Smith. You're kind of standing on shaky footing here, if I'm being completely honest. You should consider drawing a card when I put you into play on turn 2. I make this recommendation only for your own well-being. Do we cut it if it misses again? I mean, this is probably the last match with this deck, so probably get a pass. All right. Any untapped land, please. The Smith did bottom 3 lands we needed to draw there, so I feel like it should probably end up on probation still. I'm open to discussions. Our deck has felt reasonable against non-control decks, Chris. This is the TLDR so far. Zappa! Thanks for the almost 3 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Block as you will. Rough mulligan for Rhino. Our hand also wasn't particularly great. We were just pretty reasonable at playing on 2 lands. Okay, Chad, I gotta be honest with you. I think I get to firmly stamp exceeds expectations on this one. I wasn't really hoping for a lot going in, and it felt like it performed quite well. We had 28 artifacts in the main deck, so that's a little bit better on hitting with this. I think the Lion Sash was probably the most middling thing in the deck overall. It was like fine, but it was often just like a 1/1, and we're pretty good at like spending most of our mana most turns, which wasn't great. Flame Tongue Carvu here was probably the card that exceeded expectations the most. This card like took over a lot of the games that it showed up to. Yeah, Lion Sash is one that, like, maybe you just want, like, some of them in the sideboard as, like, graveyard hate that Smith can help find, but I think I was kind of whelmed by it in this aggressive shell. Yeah, the fact that this could hit Planeswalkers was definitely good. Maybe for the main deck, I felt like I kind of had too much discard in the control matchup and not enough pressure. So, like, maybe we do something like this. Me do something like this. Oh, I got rid of one of these. Like, go up one of these and do something like this. If I wanted to play this some more, I think something like this is probably where I'd start. All right, let's go ahead. What are we